Now I need to incorporate the back. I have a guide from what was previously cut in the sides that I'm now going to take a vertical section into this back area.
Gerard said, thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Emphasis on the H. Get it?
Puns. Nice puns. So as I pull this out vertically, I can see what's contributing to this line versus what has previously been cut through the sides. I need to make a determination of how much needs to cut off and what my technique is going to look like. All I'm going to do is simply round this corner through. That's going to add a little bit of bevel to the line without sending the weight really, really high up the head. Now, considering there's a triangular balance to this haircut, I am going to keep the horizontal dimension or shape that we're creating flat. So it's like we're creating this wall. And I'm doing that by utilizing over direction. And I need to make sure that I'm positioned in a way where I can actually see that that over direction is happening accurately. So what I'll actually do is I'll square her up with the wall, make sure she's level and straight. And each section that I take, I'm literally sending this hair straight back to the wall. So if I'm in a position where I don't have a mirror, which I don't have a mirror right now, the first thing I'm going to look at is where my feet, can you show them? Where my feet are actually positioned. My feet are squared up with the room. I'm not stood with my feet over here. If I stand with my feet here, I'm going to have a tendency to send the hair over this way. So your body kinetics and your body position play a huge role in the outcome of a shape when you're working very technically like this. When I'm cutting something curl by curl, I do not utilize the same sort of discipline in terms of my body position. I'm typically stood directly in front of what I'm working with. All I'm doing is just fitting that through, taking that corner away. And another way that I can make sure that I'm on track is to continually comb the side of a section that I'm about to cut. So that means as I'm working through, I'm actually pushing the hair into my guide.
Amrichi, that asks another question. Is it wise to always use a wider tooth comb in curly hair? When wouldn't you?
Not necessarily. I think it depends on how much tension and stress you want to place on the hair intentionally. So take this for instance. If I cut this line, rather than cutting it in my comb with the wide teeth, when I cut the actual line, if I had combed down with the finer teeth, and then I had squeezed the hair and held it within my fingers really, really tightly and cut that line, well, it would no longer just be a line. That hair that lives and works its way up the head shape would be pulled and stretched so tightly that it would actually live out here. So if you want to intentionally create that, then use more tension or incorporate your fingers when you're doing it. Otherwise, you have a pretty good idea of what no tension looks like, right? To just comb the hair down and start cutting like that. The moment that this is introduced, you're creating tension. So just by combing this down, I'm affecting how this hair lives naturally. Plus it's wet. But I think such a big component of working with hair and understanding it is doing it and learning from the mistakes or seeing what actually happens. So giving you guys an idea. We've taken that initial line that we cut and then we've complemented it with some layers that are situated on top of it. Those layers are going to expand and she's going to see more volume within her hair. Cool. So I hope you guys like that. If you have any questions, you can always message me, and thanks for tuning in. Peace.